So let's go straight to the slide. Now in my slide, I have a picture of a belt conveyor. Not to worry, if you work in a different type of organization and maybe the belt conveyor is not specific to your process, I just want you to imagine that there is an asset in your organization that is the same thing. So if you're having a submersible pump or whatever pump you're having two of that kind of pump, but then located in different places. But for the sake of this tutorial, I'm going to be using a belt conveyor. Now we can see that we have this belt conveyor duplicated, but then they are duplicated in two different sections. The first section is in the milling section, and the second section is in the mixing section. So it simply means that these two belt conveyors are located in different functional locations. Like we already know, functional locations are placeholders, they are identifiers. It means that it tells where that machine is located. So if we're having two belt conveyors, similar belt conveyors, sitting in different sections, they will be having different functional location. Now, before we proceed, I want us to take note of this. That when we talk about maintenance item, we should know that maintenance items are typically linked to either an equipment or a functional location, and I would explain. So now let's assume that these belt conveyors, they are the same, right? Good. They are from the same manufacturer. And because they're from the same manufacturer and they are the same model and they are the same type, not model, they are the same type, right? They would have similar task. So the task for machine A, we're assuming that we are going to be checking the rollers on the drive end for wear, and we're also going to be checking for unusual noise from the electric motor. So it means that this milling section belt conveyor is going to be having the same task as the belt conveyor for mixing section. This means that my task for machine A is equal to my task for machine B. This means that my task for machine A is equal to my task for machine B. If we're going to be having the same task, that means that automatically we're going to be having the same task list group. Now, when you have the same task list group is when you have similar task for those machines. But now that we've already looked at the task list group, which we have concluded that we are going to be having the same task list group for the both machines, let's now look at the maintenance item. Now, we already stated that the maintenance item is typically linked to either an equipment or a functional location. Now, remember that when you're creating your functional location, there are data that you input. Data like the organizational data, the general data, and in some of these fields, we always fill details concerning the machine. As much as these two machines are from the same manufacturer, they are going to be having different description numbers. So it means that whatever identification number on this template will be totally different from the identification number on this template. So because they are located in two different functional locations, it means that they are both going to be having unique operating conditions. They are going to be having unique equipment specifications, right? They are going to be having unique operating conditions and unique equipment specifications. So as much as these belt conveyors are from the same manufacturers, they are not going to be having the same equipment specification. So let's then answer the question. When do we then create more than one maintenance item for the same task list group? Now, when you create a maintenance item more than one for the same task list group, you have to first of all identify if these machines are both in different functional location, and also if their packages are similar. Now, what do I mean by their package being similar? For instance, we are creating a maintenance plan having a frequency of 4 weeks. So you're creating a maintenance plan for a 4 weekly maintenance operation on this belt conveyor. Similarly, we're also going to be creating a 4 weekly maintenance plan for this belt conveyor. It is only in this instance that we can be able to then create more than one maintenance item on this same task list group. So we have to make sure that the frequencies are the same. If I'm creating a 4 monthly here, it means that I'm also going to be creating a 4 monthly here. And this is so because we are looking at the single cycle plan. Like I said, we're only going to be looking at the single cycle plan. In situations where you're now having different frequencies and also different maintenance types, maybe you could have like a condition-based maintenance, and then you're also having your regular maintenance check. In that situation, then we then begin to look at the strategy. But for this explanation, you have to make sure that the frequencies are the same. Secondly, you also have to make sure that the functional locations are different. So if I'm having the same machine type that is having the same task list and also having the same frequency, these are criteria that you can create more than one maintenance item on the same task list group. But if you have a scenario where you're having machines in different functional locations, they might not be able to create more than one maintenance item on the same task list group. So next time when you're trying to create your maintenance plans for your machine, you could first try to categorize your machines. What are those similar machines that you have around that have the same task list? When you have identified that, you then look at their functional locations. Are they having the same functional locations or different functional locations? So this is going to help you to know when to maintain the same task list group and then creating more than one maintenance item on the same task list.